Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Assassin's Creed here on the Game Professor channel. And last time we got everything sorted with our situation here in Masyaf, except now Altair is back to being a novice. So we have to now go and investigate assassinations on our own and do all of the hard work that he would ordinarily leave for other assassins to do for him. But yeah, I did get that one last time. Alright, sweet. So I think we'll have a little bit of tutorial here to start off, and then we will be on our way to Damascus.
Altair, it seems my students do not fully understand what it is to wield a blade. Perhaps you could show them what you know.
Alright. So, we're gonna lock on. And that's what I'm doing. I'm just deflecting. There we go.
Perfect.
I usually have bad timing with the combo kills. That's why I usually tend to just go for the counters. That's the word. See, you have to be really precise with it. There we go.
The work of a master.
I have a tendency to go too quickly. There we go. Alright.
My students, is how we all should fight.
And I'll only do these tutorial sections when they're necessary. I don't...
You must be busy. I understand. Don't toss your weapons around so...
It's an important element of the game, I think, in terms of allowing new players who may be unused to the tactics to really get a hang of everything. But I know what I'm doing in this game. So, where they're required, absolutely understand why they're there, and I'll take care of them there. But won't do any additional. But we are going to get the flag that's over here to start off, just to get it taken care of. And we have 4 remaining, 2 of which I know are behind a locked door, and I'm not positive about the other 2. I'll have to look back at my other video while looking at the map in order to figure out which other ones we're missing. There we go. Don't want to fall off the cliff. That would be bad. Oh, of course I'm just too far to the left. There we go. I do like this wall in terms of how it teaches you to effectively traverse a wall in this game. It's very useful. Very similar to in the second game, the little race challenge that you have to do with your brother right off the bat. But let's do this. Oh, really? Really? I should have rolled. Oh, can I not roll anymore? I might not be able to roll. That actually is very, very probably what it is. Darn it. Okay. Well, I will get down more carefully then. I feel like I should be able to roll though. I don't know. I'll just be more careful. Oh, there should be a cart of hay that I can go for. I'll actually keep an eye out for that. But now you guys just get to watch me climb again. Isn't that fun? Grade A content here. I apologize, guys. I do not mess up on purpose. Can see a little bit different climbing. There we go, and there's our hay. There we go. Because yeah, that makes a big difference in how you'll survive a fall. I got this one, right? Yes, I did. Let's see if I can do this with a roll. Yeah, there we go. See, rolling. Who knows? But I think we are done with Masyaf for now, because I want to just get us to Damascus, and get going with this. And what you will find is I have a particular order in which I do things in these games when I am going to a new location, and that is I get all of the viewpoints as soon as I can. So what will probably end up being this episode is getting to Damascus. I'll get the viewpoints I can within Kingdom and any really obvious flags that I see, and then get to Damascus and hopefully still have enough time to get all of the viewpoints there. Then we can start off next episode with actually speaking to the Rafik and getting started to kill I know Tamir. This is the mission to get Tamir, I believe. But yeah, I'll try to go quickly through Kingdom. And like I said last episode, I believe it was, I will defer to you all if you want me to see get all the flags, because
pushing somebody off a roof,
that will be extra time that I have to take. And yeah, it is nice to get up to full synchronization, but that's the only purpose behind it. There's no narrative purpose to it, which is why I rarely even consider doing it. Everything I do, for the most part, in a more open world game like this, is going to be with narrative purpose in mind. But we can get a viewpoint here so that we'll be able to see a bit more of the Kingdom map. Oh, come on. Will definitely be a lot of climbing today. A lot of riding and a lot of climbing. Doesn't let me go back to get that one. Alright. And the viewpoint shots are usually my favorite shots that you can get in these games. I love the great environment shots that they get. Now, where's my horse? There's my horse. Hey, buddy. Area scanned. Objectives and hide spots within the area are now displayed on your map and GPS. Beautiful. And even though, going back to what I just said about doing everything with narrative purpose in mind, even though there technically isn't a narrative purpose behind getting all the viewpoints, I kind of think there is. Oh, I should have walked. Whoopsie. Should have walked, then they wouldn't have gotten upset with me. Oh, I could have gone into that hay bale. Not gonna bother going after those guys. Hopefully I'll be able to get past them without any problem. Oh, perfect. That actually got me away because I hit a checkpoint, I think. Definitely thought I saw a Templar for a second. And we'll blend a little bit here just for good measure. Oh, this is an example of a flag that's just kind of right out in the open. There's no reason for me not to get it. So, I'll just get it. When they're really obvious like that, it's like, okay, fine. Alright. I know the cards can't really see me, so stop saying they can. And I know that there's a path up there that I can't go on yet, so I won't be trying to go up there. We will just continue our way. Oh! I forgot to synchronize. Oh boy, I'm an idiot. Alright. Really?
Come back here.
Oh my god, come on, really? Oh my word. Come on, keep climbing. Keep climbing. Don't let them throw rocks at you. Man, you guys are getting all of my fail boating today. Alright. Alright, Mr. Hawk or Eagle, I don't remember which you are. Now we'll actually get your view. And then we'll jump down into the hay bale. There we go. Now, the $1,000,000 question is, will my horse find me?
Lost him.
Alright, I'll let him get as far away as possible. Where is my horse? Horse, horse, horse. There you are. Let's see if I can run over to the horse. There we go. Alright. And we'll just walk calmly so that I don't risk these guys getting aggroed again. Alright. Now we should be good. But at the same time, even the blend won't always keep you from aggroing the guards, which I find incredibly annoying. I don't know if it's a glitch or if it was purposefully done, but it really annoys me to no end. But we are well on our way. We'll reach Damascus. I will fully admit, I don't actually know if Damascus is the anglicized pronunciation of it, or if even in English we should be saying Damask. But I do try hard to say Damask rather than Damascus. Though I also will always say Damascus Steel. Alright, here is a nice out in the open flag. Won't aggro these guys. Just for good measure. Rather not. I think I've aggroed enough guards this episode. And, oh, the other thing that I will probably only try to do minimally in terms of additional actions is going after Templars, the big burly Templars that are hidden in specific parts of the map. I will go after them. I'll go after all of them if you all would like me to. But I will more likely just go after the ones that are easily found, just for good measure. And you can see that these, even being on the viewpoints, you can see flags pretty easily. But again, those are out of the way, which is why I won't be going for them right now. And because I really do find you can start taking up so much time by going for the flags if you're not... Oh, come on. Really? Oh, boy. Alright. Gallop time. I really didn't want to aggro anybody else. Unless I were to aggro guards within Damascus itself. Let's see here. At this point, I'm almost there. That's another viewpoint there. Yeah, I'm getting it. And I will get this flag. We'll just go around the outskirts here so that I hopefully don't get anybody. Oh! There, that's one of those Templars that's just kind of hidden in a spot. I have my hidden blade, so I will go after him. For the most part, they're pretty difficult to kill unless you can sneak up on them like this, so it's best to go after them once you're a little more leveled up in terms of your equipment. But because I could sneak up on that one, easy enough to just go right for him. Are you gonna climb, Altair? I know you know how to do this. This is not complicated. Are you trying to suddenly be realistic and get tired by this climbing? Because that is definitely one element of this game that is very unrealistic, is that there is no sense of getting tired from all the climbing. Alright. There we are. And get my horse. Oh, come on, really? Come on. So ridiculous. Like, I mean, at least in my going after that viewpoint, I technically was in a restricted area, so I can understand them not wanting me there, but all I did was get on a horse. That's all I did. I got on a horse.
Preparation is crucial to your success. Clear the area of archers and guards before confronting your assassination target.
That is only applicable within a couple of assassination contracts. So that's an interesting bit of advice. But we'll be careful around the jar carriers. I don't like knocking them over. Guards, I don't care about guards. Jar carriers, they're good people. I mean, in a lot of cases, the guards are good people too. At least within the context of the history that would be taking place. You would think that they'd be more... Okay, it's gonna make... Can I move? Can I... Oh, it's not... It's literally not going to let me... Alright. Alright. This is why I don't lock onto targets. Oh, come on. This is why I hate not having my counters. Let's get some health back.
How can one expect to defeat?
There we go. There we go. That was a much more difficult fight than it should have been.
Not the last of them? I hope so. Still, best not to take any chances. I'll hurry home. Don't think I'll leave it again anytime soon, either. You've done me a kindness, young man. Be assured, I won't forget it.
Alright, now we can go after these scholars and blend in order to get in. And this is one of those examples, I think I mentioned in the first episode, where it talks about blending in order to get past guards, and it just has you do your standalone blending where you hold the A button to get past guards. And that doesn't work in these cases. You have to blend with the scholars in order to get into the city, and it's just so annoying. It's like, why use an example of blend in one way while not, when really in game it's implemented entirely differently? So it's like, yeah, you can do the active blending in order to not be suspicious, but it doesn't really make much sense. Alright, so now I have to get a viewpoint. Might as well get that flag quickly. Oops. Oops. Sorry. I thought I could climb there. Oopsie. Oh, come on, really? Oh, come on. I guess I will climb here then. Really? God. I haven't... There's something you can grab there, Altair. Why are you struggling so hard? There is nothing weird about this climbing. Alright. Now, my nearest viewpoint would appear to be there. So, let's go for it. We're just gonna hang out on the roofs, because I prefer hanging out on the roofs. And those yells and such that you can hear, those are Save the Citizen side quests, which we will get to once we have all the viewpoints. I like to take care of all those when I'm taking care of the investigation portion of assassinations, so it just is easier for me to compartmentalize like that. Obviously, the beauty of these games is you can do as much or as little as you want in regard to that. But now we will have a general layout for all the viewpoints available in our map. And so we have 8 more viewpoints and about 5 minutes left. 5 to 10 minutes left for recording. So what I will do, I am going to basically go in a rough circle. So I'm going to go over here, and we'll go around like that, and then we will finish up the episode at the Assassin Bureau. Just a nice, easy way to approach it. Give us a bit of a trajectory within the city. And like I said, just going to ignore those save the citizens. They are incredibly useful for when you're taking care of the assassination contract, but which is why I always do them. But they don't have to be done right away. And we'll ignore the lack of realism with the fact that it would still be possible to get them after spending 30 minutes away from them. But this way we'll really get a nice view of the full city. And obviously you will, as I pointed out earlier, you will see flags periodically when we're in these viewpoint areas. And if you do, and you want me to pick up the flags, mention them. That really is the only way I'm going to remember to deal with the flags. Oh, and thinking of the flags, the one thing to consider with that is just in games like this, in open world games in particular, but anything that it has a very expansive main narrative, but then an extensive library, I suppose you could call them, of side quests. I'd love to do a general talking episode about side quests and the nature of side quests. And both Assassin's Creed and Mass Effect are really great for that. So if you have thoughts on side quests in general, please let me know. I think that this is in the case of this game, the Save the Citizens, they serve a game purpose that is really meaningful, because they will help you when you are trying to complete your contract, because you'll have you'll have allies. And then in later Assassin's Creed games, most specifically Brotherhood, oopsie, sorry person, I didn't mean to run into you. I meant to walk carefully by you. But again, darn it, stupid jar carriers. But the side quests but other side quests like collecting all the flags in a location, in this game, really pointless. But then you have an example like Assassin's Creed 2, where greater significance from a narrative perspective is placed upon it, with the flags that you're collecting for Altair, for Ezio's mother, and the earlier narrative significance of that having been that it all started because of his younger brother. Let's get this guy. There we go. Beautiful. Oops. Come on. Don't need eagle vision, just need to synchronize. So, if you have thoughts on side quests in that sense, please leave a comment down below or get into the Discord or Facebook discussion. And it's a really cool topic to think about. I think to a certain degree, modern gamers have become really focused on the idea of amount of content, not necessarily the quality of content. And obviously not all gamers. Ugh, come on. I'm trying to land on the roof. But it's for me to say that all gamers are just thinking about amount of content rather than quality of content or significance of content is certainly reductive. But at least significance of content in terms of the game, whether it be narratively or gameplay wise, I do think that is a bit of an afterthought for most gamers. And in games like this, where you have side quests like collecting flags, it takes up a lot of time. It takes up a lot of in-game like space, effectively, just in terms of what you're trying to do throughout the game. And it's just an interesting concept to think about. And we are actually really close to the Assassin Bureau right now, but we are not going to go there just yet. Okay. Yeah. This is not bad timing-wise. This will be a bit of a longer episode, but I really care about having next episode really be focused on the investigation for this assassination contract. But back to the idea of side quests. There are so many cases of games that I'll see really be vilified by the gaming community because they don't have enough side quests. And and obviously if we're talking about something like an Elder Scrolls or a Fallout, I definitely understand that, because the whole point of those games is that you are really building your own character, your own story. Those are those types of RPGs. So I absolutely understand the frustration on something like that, but there are games that are very narratively driven that I've seen be vilified for a lack of content, when to add more to it would have compromised the story. So I want to kind of, in my focus on narrative in gaming, I really do want to try to shift the focus of what is discussed with gaming a bit, to start to consider those elements when thinking, okay, does this have enough content? And this is a really good example of a game that I think is actually frankly lacking in content, because And if you haven't played this game before, you'll soon notice, after we do a few assassinations, that it gets very redundant. The process of the assassinations, even though the way you may assassinate is slightly different every time, the whole process of getting to the point of being able to actually pursue the contract is very redundant. And because of that, I think that the rather arbitrary side quest of collecting flags was put into it to add content. And while yes, there's redundancy in the main gameplay, I'm not entirely sure that an extensive fetch quest is the right answer in terms of content. So definitely let me know down in the comments below. Let me know on Facebook or in Discord. I'd love to form a discussion surrounding side quests, because I really do think that there's a lot to be looked at there and analyzed in terms of what do we need for side quests to be meaningful, to be purposeful, whatever descriptor you might want to put on it. There we go. Final viewpoint, and only took 11 minutes about to get it all. Maybe I'll have remembered to speed up the extra climbing that I had to do due to fails. But we will get ourselves to the Assassin Bureau and finish off the episode there by hearing what we can learn so far from the Rafik. So, oops, sorry, not trying to cause any trouble, guy. Not trying to cause any trouble. There we are. And let's chat with the Rafik.
Altair, it is good to see you, and in one piece.
You as well, friend.
I am sorry for your troubles. Think nothing of it. A few of your brothers were here earlier, in fact.
Come on.
If you'd heard the things they said, I'm certain you'd have slain them where they stood.
It's quite all right.
Yes, you've never been one for the creed, have you?
Is that all?
I'm sorry. Sometimes I forget myself. What business brings you to the mass?
A man named Tamir. Al-Muallim takes issue with the work he does. I meant to end it. Now tell me where to find him.
Surely you remember how to track an enemy.
Of course. Learn where he will be and when. But that sort of work is best left for... I understand.
Go and search the city, determine what he's planning and where he works. Preparation makes the victor.
What can you tell me of him?
Tamir makes his living as a black market merchant, so the souk district should be your destination. I would suggest you seek out the following places. A small souk northeast of here, the madrasa to our east, and in the gardens north of this bureau. Focus on these places and he should become well known to you.
I assume you want me to return to you when this is done.
Yes. Come back to me. I'll give you Al-Muallim's marker and you'll give us Tamir's life.
As you wish.
Remember, Altair, if you find yourself in trouble and the city turned against you, return to the Bureau. I can shelter you from the storm. Be warned, though. If your enemies are too close, my door will remain closed until you've lost them. Do you understand?
Yes. To bring the enemy inside would compromise the Brotherhood.
Very well. Off you go.
All right. There we go. So, with that, everybody, that concludes this episode of Assassin's Creed. I know it was a very not narrative-focused episode, but thinking about side quests, even the idea of getting the viewpoints in order to fill in the map, that process, that could be considered a side quest in these games. So let me know what you think about that, side quests in games, especially narratively driven games. And I hope you look forward to the next episode when we're going to be doing the entire investigation before we go after Tamir. I'm not sure if we'll get to actually attacking Tamir next episode, or if we'll start the episode after that with that assassination. But until next time, this is your Game Professor signing off. Be sure to hit the subscribe button so you always know when I have new videos coming out, and follow the links to the Discord and Facebook page so you can get into the... My goodness, I cannot talk. So that you can get into the conversation. And I will see you next time, everybody.